I'm starting off with 5 fresh potatoes. I just cooked them a little bit and I'm gonna chop them in large chunks. And I say it's loaded because I have a number of ingredients. Some you probably don't ordinarily use in your potato soup. Well, I chopped up those potatoes and I have them over there by the stove. But before we do that, I have a little bit more ingredients that I want to use and get these ready. And these are some spring onions. You usually don't use spring onions in potato soup because you try to get everything white. So the white onions would definitely go well, or yellow onions, but I want to use these. And I'm gonna mince these. Just got one bunch. It's gonna be a milder taste than you would with the white onions. You know, white onions have a strong onion taste, which is okay. And I'm going to mince those because I'm going to use some of this as a garnish and some of it is going to go in the soup. Again, I try to take the stems off, fresh looking, pretty, plus the smell of the parsley just gives it a good fragrance and definitely looks good as a garnish. You want to get Lipton's Recipe Secrets. So although I have those spring onions that I'm gonna use, I'm also gonna use Lipton Recipe Secret Onion Mix. A couple of teaspoons and just added just enough water to moisten it, and I'm gonna add this to our potatoes. Also adding McKay's chicken seasoning. Now I use this a number of times. Instead of real chicken seasoning, I use the McKay's chicken seasoning. It has a wonderful flavor. What you do is 1 teaspoon per cup. And I already mixed that up. So I want 3 cups of McKay's broth. So I don't know if I'm going to use salt with this because the Recipe Secrets is salty. You have salt in the McKay's chicken seasoning, but I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to taste it and we'll see. Add about 3 tablespoons of margarine, and I always use the non-trans fat margarine. Then it's about 3 garlic cloves minced. I'm gonna add that, and while it's simmering, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup or 4 tablespoons or 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch. Now I'm going to blend this well. Cooking's a process, but I like that you can add the ingredients that you want and don't add the ingredients that you don't want. Those Recipe Secret Lipton onions, it just has a nice flavor. Got a few more. Get it all in there. And then I have some imitation Bako bits. I've got about 3 teaspoons. I'm going to put about 2 teaspoons in, and the rest I'm going to use as a garnish. Add my green onions to the pot. Add some of that fresh parsley, and the rest I'll use as a garnish. And just mix that all up. Then I'm adding the rest of the McKay's chicken broth. Next, I'm gonna add my potatoes, and then I have a few more things that I want to add. Now I'm gonna start adding up my potatoes. Mix those in. don't have to, but I'm adding about a couple of teaspoons of the nutritional yeast. Gives it a little bit of a cheesy flavor, just a tad, not enough that it's macaroni and cheese, but just a hit. Then I have this non-dairy almond and coconut creamer that I'm gonna add. And I'm gonna add 2 cups of it. Make sure you scrape the bottom and get all that good essence from the bottom. You don't want it to burn, you want it to blend in with the rest of your ingredients. Okay, after you let it kind of simmer a little bit, you don't want to roiling boil. And definitely you want to get in there and stir to make sure it doesn't stick to the bottom because you want all that good stuff from the bottom. I'm going to add just a tad bit of cayenne pepper. So in our blender, we're going to get the potato soup and just blend almost half of it. And go on and blend that all up. We're gonna make it nice and creamy. And then we will pour what we blended back into the pot with the rest of the soup mixture and just get all of that out. Make sure we do that and get that all out and stir it around. And then garnish bacon chips, green onions, and parsley. There you have it. So here's my creamy, loaded potato soup. Now, I didn't add sour cream. Most people add, or a lot of people add sour cream to their potato soup. And if you want a whiter color, then you don't add the nutritional yeast. The nutritional yeast for me gives it just a little cheesy kick to it. But again, it will turn the color not as white and creamy. Potato soup, homemade. Don't need to add anything else. Well, that's it. I'm Das, I'm out, but I look forward to seeing you next show.